And here he is now, James Carville. You really
in the flesh. Nice to see you, Jesse.
Nice to see you too. We're glad you're not in a bed. We usually see you in a bed.
I know. Usually I've had a little surgery and I've been in the bed a lot lately.
Good. We're glad you're doing better. Well, you look great.
Doing better.
We're glad you're doing. I wish I could say the same thing for the Democratic Party. Do you think that you guys should run AOC, another woman? You guys have not done well running women, James.
Well, first of all, I don't know why I feel bad about the Democratic Party. We're ahead 8 points in aggressive drag. Trump's at 32% in the polling. So I don't know about I'm worried about the Democrats right now. I'm not. We're going to win the House.
You're not worried
about
the communists taking over the party?
No, they're a bunch of silly people. Those people you had on there, those DSA people, they're a pack of fools. No one pays attention to them. They ain't going to do anything. Now, if you ask me about AOC, I do think she's very talented. She's certainly to the left of me, but you know what she's doing? What I think good politicians do, she's growing into the job. She's not the same person she was when she was elected in 2018. And when people change a position from what I think is a more naive position to a more realistic position, I'm going to praise them. I'm a guy. I like converts in my church. I can't get you to come into
agree.
It.
No, I agree. People can grow up. I have certainly grown up. Jesse Watters, have matured over my career. But what she was saying that menstruating people. You can't. I mean, that's like a core fundamental issue, a biological issue. Usually, like the next year when it's unpopular, she's like, "Oh, I don't believe that."
But look, there was a place where part of the country went crazy in 2019, 20, 21, 22. I told them they were crazy. And to her credit, she doesn't talk like that anymore. Good, you've grown. We like that. You're moving in the right direction.
Okay,
and that's always a good thing.
Is the rest of your party moving in the right direction? We saw Gavin Newsom fly to Michigan to kiss this guy's ring, this guy Abdul, who calls you names, Carville. He hates you.
So what? They don't like me. I don't dislike them. He's a guy. I was for Haley Stevens. But all the people that I see out there running Ossoff and Andy Beshear and Shapiro and West and everybody else, there's so much talent in this party. People are going to be blown away after we get past 26 and start running. Okay. And the people that we're talking about are not going to do anything.
Okay, Ossoff, Beshear, no one knows these guys. These guys are boring guys. You know, that's the future. We're talking about right now, James. And right now, I mean, the mayor here in New York speaking Chinese. Do you speak Chinese?
I don't, but I wish I did. I would be a more educated person, and I'm not going to fault anybody for learning another language. Unfortunately, I barely speak Cajun French, but that's fine. It means he's the guy's he's an educated, smart guy. He speaks different languages.
Well, I don't think he speaks it.
By the way, the mayor of New York,
I think he mimicked
he can bring Chinese businesses.
Okay, fine. All right, so that's fine. He's speaking Mandarin here in New York City. And a big wing of your party, James, they want to abolish the police, prisons, and the border. I mean, no one's standing up to these people. You tried. You tried, and nothing happened.
We're staring up like crazy right here where I'm sitting in New Orleans. Our crime rate is down, I don't know, 30, 35%. New York is a low-crime jurisdiction. We have all of these Democratic police mayors having these tremendous police chiefs around the country, but the crime rate now is as low as it's been, I don't know, I think since 1960.
You don't give the president any credit for that?
No, I mean, it started going down in 2020.
Okay, and so it has nothing to do with deporting all of these criminal illegals?
Fine. What did all of this was put into place earlier in this decade. All of this is the fruition of technology coming together in law enforcement and better trained and more professional policing. We're starting to reap the dividends of this.
Okay. Well, I'm glad crime is at a 150-year low. That is definitely good news we could both be happy about.
I'll take it.
So these other guys, they want to take away my doctor. James, I love my doctor. I see my doctor all the time. I have a lot of issues, physical, emotional, mental, and they want Medicare for all. You know what that means. You know what that means, right?
I know exactly what it means. If I was starting the system over, honestly, I would start with Medicare for all.
You would.
But you're not starting over. So I think I think at the end of the day, when people think about it, it's not going to be a very good idea. But the idea that somebody thinks we should have some version of universal coverage in this country is in line with most advanced Western governments around the world.
I mean, people.
I don't think.
It's not perfect, but to blow up the system and spend almost $4 trillion a year on it, I mean, it just seems like suicide. You know better than that. But let me ask you, besides Medicare for all, what are the new ideas that the Democrat Party is pushing now? New ideas.
Let me give you a couple.
Okay.
Raise taxes on incomes above $450,000 a year and take the money and put it into a first-time home buyer's mortgage relief fund. Let's start that. The minimum wage hadn't been raised since 2009. Let's raise the thing to $15 an hour pronto. Let's give companies tax breaks that pay the employees above and beyond what you would expect them to pay. Let's encourage higher wages around the country. Let's be very aggressive in promoting American products and American trade, where we can build more wealth in the country. There's all kinds of things that we can do and good ideas.
I think those are some good ideas. Some of them you guys had a shot at last time, didn't really try them, but that's fine. James, I am just happy to see you out of bed. Smiling and back to your old self. All these people that give you a bad attitude, just don't ignore it. All right, ignore it.
There you go. You gotta let it go. You know this, Jesse.
Let it go. I let it go.
If you let that stuff stick to you, you'll be dead, man. You just
That's right. That's right.
Say what you believe and roll with the punches. And thank you for giving me a chance to say what I believe.
Of course. And good to have you on, James. Good to see you.
Thank you, sir. You have a nice day.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.